morning, namaste, to all our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome. My name is Bhumika, and it is my immense pleasure to welcome you all to this session on the day 3, titled Empowering Women and Entrepreneurs to Drive Rural Clean Energy Solutions of the South Asia Clean Energy Forum. This topic is pertinent as we together collect some of the brightest minds in the clean energy sector to explore innovative ways to reach rural households with sustainable energy solutions, particularly through empowerment of women entrepreneurs, micro-entrepreneurs. So without further ado, let me invite Mr. Aaron Schubert, Director of Indo-Pacific Office at USAID India, to deliver the welcome address. Aaron covers activity design, localization, diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility in USAID. He has also worked for USAID's Southern Africa Health Office and also USAID Regional Office of Public Health in Bangkok previously. So, Aaron, over to you for the welcome remarks.
Thank you so much. Good morning, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. A warm welcome to this important session on empowering women and entrepreneurs to drive rural clean energy solutions. Today, we gather with a shared mission to harness the transformative potential of clean energy and to ensure that women, especially in rural areas, are at the forefront of this change. We all recognize the significant challenges our region faces in meeting the growing demand for transitioning to clean, affordable, secure, and reliable energy. Despite near universal electricity access, a significant portion of the rural population lacks access to affordable and reliable energy services. This lack of access not only hampers social-economic development, but also hinders progress in various sectors. To fight this challenge, we need innovative and sustainable solutions. And here, the power of women-led entrepreneurship in the rural communities comes into play. Women, who constitute a substantial portion of the rural workforce, possess immense potential to drive this change. Women play a pivotal role in household energy dynamics and in ensuring health and well-being of their families and communities. When recognized and resourced, women's networks lead from the front as change makers, connecting communities and the environment for ushering in sustainable development. By supporting women entrepreneurs in the clean energy space, we are not only promoting gender equality, but also unlocking new avenues for economic growth and sustainable development. These entrepreneurs are at the forefront of bringing renewable energy solutions to rural areas, improving livelihoods, and fostering community resilience. Gender and inclusivity are at the heart of all USAID-supported programs. Under its gender equality and social inclusion strategy, USAID recognizes that the transition to clean energy is not just a technological challenge, it is also a social and economic opportunity. This policy targets reducing gender disparities in resources, opportunities, and services, addressing gender-based violence, and empowering women and girls to realize their rights and influence decision-making in households and communities. Early under the Women's Entrepreneurship in Clean Energy Program, ePower India, and now under SARUP, USAID has partnered with Swayam Shiktam Prayog, SSP, to scale up access to innovative energy-efficient solutions for rural populations in India through a women-led micro-entrepreneurship model. The program adopted a last-mile distribution approach to build grassroots women entrepreneurs at the core of the market ecosystem, and we will hear more about this from entrepreneurs who have joined us today. This session is particularly significant because it aligns with the ongoing efforts of all stakeholders in South Asia, where clean energy is gaining tremendous momentum. We all recognize that rural communities are essential in the success of a sustainable energy transition, and women in these communities are critical drivers of change. When empowered with the necessary resources, skills, and opportunities, women entrepreneurs can become catalysts for clean energy solutions, fostering economic growth, environmental resilience, and social equity. As we move forward in today's discussions, I encourage you to think not only about the business models and technologies, but also the human impact. Together, we can foster an environment where women entrepreneurs will flourish and lead the way in advancing rural clean energy solutions. Thank you all for being a part of this important conversation, and I look forward to the insightful discussions and collaborations that will emerge as a result. And I want to leave you with a famous quote by Francis Wright: "Equality is the soul of liberty. There is, in fact, no liberty without it." Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aaron, for your inspiring words. So now we are excited to unveil the release of a special brochure that highlights the work and success and the journey of our women entrepreneurs who are leading the charge and leading the change and bringing the clean energy solutions to rural areas. So this is about the work we are doing, as SAREP is doing under the SAREP Partnership Fund with SSP, a trusted champion, not only driving the clean energy adoption, but also making it economically viable by reaching rural markets and through the networks of rural women entrepreneurs. And we fondly call them Sakhis or friends. So may I now call upon, please, Aaron, Apurva, Naveen, from the SAREP team, Upamanyu Patil, Avik Roy, Tabassum, of course, Atul. Please join us on the stage for the unveiling of the brochure. Thank you, everyone. So now it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, who is Mr. Upamanyu Patil, Program Director of SWAYAM Shikshan Prayog, SSP. It has played a pivotal role in empowering women, like we have already mentioned. So over to you, Upamanyu ji, for your presentation.
Good morning, Namaste. Welcome to the session on Clean Energy Women Entrepreneurship Program. We are working under SAREP. I'm just going to brief about the program, what we are doing. My name is Upamanyu Patil. I am representing SWAYAM Shikshan Prayog. SWAYAM Shikshan Prayog has been there from last 3 decades. The primary focus is women empowerment, and we try to focus on different sectors. Clean energy is one of the project which we are started in 2005, creating clean energy cooking solution with British Petroleum, and the journey continued. Presently we operate in 5 states, 20 plus districts, and more than 3,500 villages. SWAYAM Shikshan Prayog has been expanded its journey through the all the earthquake and all disasters happen in the country. So we started in 1993 from Latur earthquake, and recently we working in Kerala, the last 2018 floods as well. So SSP has recognized in several awards nationally and globally, and there are major clean energy initiatives. We started, as I said, with clean cook stove program, and then supported by USAID in 2012, 1,000 clean energy entrepreneurs in 2 states, and in 2016, Missouri is funding us and supporting to expand the work in Bihar and Maharashtra, and since 2022, we are working with SAREP under clean energy program. So about the program under SAREP, this is again in Maharashtra and Bihar, 5 districts covering 500 villages and 500 grassroots women entrepreneurs. So till now 7,500 plus biodigesters were installed. Communities adopted this, which has been helped to reduce the CO2 to 45,000 metric ton. And the program is going to be till March 2025. So So till now, how this project worked. So we started with the program design, partnering with the private sector. Uh, then we did a pilot training for the women entrepreneurs on both about the entrepreneurship skill as well as how to promote the product. So more on a product knowledge. And then phase-wise, we enabled 500 rural women entrepreneurs to create a market for clean energy solutions. It's mostly the last mile distribution network under this program. And then there are action research studies. Now we are into middle of a study of midline insight study. And lastly, we are going to do the global knowledge workshop, and the publication will be published. And so in a phase 2, we are going to introduce more clean energy products to test the market with the clean energy hub, creating a clean energy hub. So this is the stakeholders in the program. So there are solution providers, right from biodigester and the other products which are going to be introduced. Systema Bio is our partner in the project where we are promoting Systema's biodigesters. Then we are going to create an energy efficiency center in 2 districts, one in Maharashtra and one in Bihar. Sure Sakunik Rural Enterprise is a for-profit entity promoted by SSP for creating a last mile distribution network, and training and awareness and hand-holding to women entrepreneurs is done by Swayam Shikshan Prayog. And there are women entrepreneurs and the families are consumers for these products. So this is how the program is implementing with the different stakeholder, right from consumer to the solution providers with the last mile distribution network. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Upamanyu ji, for such an insightful presentation. And also there is a stall by SSP outside. So if you have not visited, please take out some time and do visit that stall as well for more information. With this, now we move on to the transition to our next panel discussion on empowering rural clean energy, tackling barriers and enabling access. For that, let me call upon the esteemed panelist. I start with Ms. Fatmat Fizna Yusuf, Director, Utility Regulatory Authority, Maldives. Mr. Umesh Chand Joshi, Joint Director, DOIT and C, Rajasthan. Please join us on the stage. Ms. Dechan Pema Yanki, Executive Engineer, Department of Energy, Bhutan. Mr. Atul Mittal, South Asia Director, Systema.bio. Mr. Sameer M. Patel, CEO, Agni Solar. Ms. Kalpana Songkhawade, Clean Energy Micro Entrepreneur. Ms. Jayashree Mali, Ms. Tabassum Momin, also Project Manager from SSP. And Mr. Avik Roy, Managing Director, Re-Emerging World. And I would also call upon Mr. Atul Dheer from the USAID SAREP, who will be moderating this session. So thank you all for joining us. Now over to Atul.
Thank you so much, Bhumika. So the presentation by Manuji was a bit brief, and you could see the successes. But a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, which were looked upon, which was mitigated. I think there was a big journey around it. SSP has worked for over 3 decades, as he highlighted. I personally has been associated under USAID SAREP program with SSP for over 2 years while we started the SAREP Partnership Fund and the project started. And the journey for me personally has been empowering for myself on how to tackle such a challenge at the grassroots level. So we have a panel from South Asia, I would say, not just across the SSP domain. And while we start a discussion, and Aaron has covered most of it on the challenges side on how things could move on. But over the years, reaching to rural households have been a challenge for the market access. And we have two business representatives also here who can highlight about it. The challenges have been the deployment costs have increased for the last mile distribution in terms of also to reach to the households and also building trust and also creating the awareness. So that's, I think, is one of the key aspects which is looked upon when such programs are designed. And however, there have been programs, government schemes to be designed, and they have been designed to implement and bring such initiatives at scale. There are still certain gaps which are of importance, and that's where these programs can help to highlight all those aspects which could help in redesigning or building reforms. So with that, I think I'll start the discussion, and I'll start the discussion with Umesh ji. Umesh ji, you have been working with the government of Rajasthan, and there have been a lot of programs which government of Rajasthan has looked upon. But my specific question is, how critical, according to you, are JC-focused mechanisms for creating economic opportunities for women? And if you can specifically highlight about the successes and the challenges under the Rajivika program in Rajasthan. Yeah, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Greetings to all. First of all, I would like to thanks all because I am privileged speaker over here because we are at Jaipur and I belongs from government of Rajasthan. So I would also like to thank all guests over here. As far as the entrepreneurship in rural areas for the women specific perspective. So there are two major aspects which I would like to touch upon. One is specific to technological interventions and the clean data sets, because we are talking about clean energy and how we can be enabler for this. So there are Rajivika, you must have heard about. NRLM is a program which is governed by Government of India, under which each state is having some self-help groups which are working particularly for the women entrepreneurship and for their financial viability. So in Rajasthan, there are almost 4 lakh self-help groups are working, and around 45 lakh women are associated with these self-help groups. And they are doing different kind of business activities, and government is providing all possible ecosystem to all of them. Like one is technology perspective. So we are having a clean data set of these 45 women's. Like we are having one initiative which is Jan Aadhaar. So we are associated with this data along with Jan Aadhaar. So we are having account details, Jan Aadhaar number of each and every woman in our complete data set. So in a way, we are exploring this existing data set to provide IT interventions. Like we are having rich profile of all self-help groups, what kind of business activity they are doing. We are giving them financial assistance by the mean of Rajasthan Mahila Nidhi. So this is again an initiative of Rajasthan government which is completely IT driven. So any entrepreneur which belongs to this self-help group can get very easy access to the loan. They can, loan would be dispersed automatically to their accounts. And in the similar manner, if any government aid is there, the DBT is being done in their account itself. So one is this thing. Then other, the exploring of available ecosystem is in term of mentoring. Mentoring and awareness is very critical aspect. So for this purpose, out of these 45 lakh women, we are having around 60,000 Kadar. So these Kadar women are skilled women. They are working as data entry Sakhi, banking Sakhi, and they are being provided with all IT related tools to create awareness about anything. So these all existing things and tools can be used to make a awareness among these women entrepreneurs, micro entrepreneurs about the energy sector. So recently we have collaborated with EESL in this regard, and we are working very closely to roll out their products across the Rajasthan state by using this ecosystem of Rajivika and our common service center under the brand name of eMitra. So eMitra, there are around 8,000 women's entrepreneurs are working as operator in eMitra, and 80,000 eMitra are across the state. So all these existing ecosystems are working together to flourish, to meet out, to mitigate the challenges which the industry is focusing to reach the last mile market access from the energy perspective. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You highlighted about technology, and also you specifically focused on awareness and helping, bringing these women to a scale where programs can help them scale the opportunities in the market. So I'll move on to Ms. Fizna Yusuf. Maldives is now, with the growing demand, moving towards cleaner energy. All the technologies are being explored. Renewable energy is being deployed at scale. How do you see Maldives promoting inclusivity in clean energy deployment? And while I think Maldives has recently also launched the Women in Sustainable Entrepreneurship Program, so maybe you can highlight with that as well. Thank you.
Yes, Maldives is a small lying is an SID, is actively involved in promoting inclusivity in various aspects. For instance, through the implementation of renewable energy projects and expansion of solar installation in islands which are very vulnerable to climate change. And even right now, Ministry of Environment is actively involved with the technical assistance from donor agencies. There have been two major projects going on. We call it Aspire and Poise. So through these projects, the island communities are able to gain access to clean energy solution, as well as quality improvement through the infrastructure development. Even prior to this project implementation, a very thorough community-based discussions are held at the community level, ensuring that equal participation of men and women from that community is involved, so that their concerns and their needs are actually addressed through these projects. And one other main initiative and efforts taken by the government of Maldives is the promotion and participation of women in the energy sector. Generally speaking, I believe that women are very underrepresented in this sector. So let's say they are arranging study tours and exposure trips to students within the island community level, so that they are more exposed to these technological advancement with, related to renewable energy technologies, as well as someone who is coming from the regulatory side. We are very much focused on conducting awareness session at these remote islands, so that the women's and the children's and the general population is actually aware of the advantages that comes with these clean energy solutions. And we are these projects, undertaken by the ministry, they have a dedicated socio-economic safeguard expert, to address the issues that may arise within the community, so that these can be resolved as per their needs and through the community consultations. And as part of, in order to facilitate climate financing mechanism, they have a program launched. So the homeowners who are the basic runners in the home island women's, they can access to these financial mechanism to install solar on their homes and maybe facilitate let's say installment plans to pay for it. So as for the WISE initiative, which is taken by the Economic Ministry, it enhances the development of WDCs, Women Development Committees, which are based in the island community to empower and increase women participation with technical skills and resources so that women take up the initiative to actually engage in, let's say, economically viable and sustainable businesses.
Thank you so much. I think you've clearly highlighted on the focus should come on communities and how we can bring them up with the kind of solutions and instruments that could be used in terms of awareness, technical capacity building, and bringing them towards the market access. I think that is critical. With that, I'll move to Dichin Pemayanki from DOE Bhutan. Dichin, you've been involved with the clean cooking program, which was launched last year, and that's already the phase 1 is already out, and Bhutan is looking at bringing it at scale. So what opportunities do you see for women entrepreneurs to bringing at scale and spread it on the ground when you scale this program? So, yep.
Thank you, Atul. Firstly, I would like to thank USAID SAREP for this kind invitation, and it's a privilege to be amongst the distinguished speakers here. So we have been hearing a lot about how Bhutan is clean already, and we have almost 99% electrification with hydropower. So our next point of action lies into how we can efficiently use that clean energy, reaching out to the rural households, which is mostly in the highland areas. So apart, I'll give more details on the clean cooking. I would like just to highlight on how we have empowered women in terms of rural empowerment in the rural areas by having this project called Solar Warriors, where we had semi-literate rural women trained as electricians, technicians, to give services for solar power lighting, so that enhances their livelihood, more access to cleaner energy for lighting. And then in order to enhance their livelihood, apart from just restricting to solar home lighting, we have enabled them with capacity building program to render their services in other O&M services in the power system, such as meter reading, billing services, so that they have their services rendered in other areas instead of solar, which is which has minimal operation and maintenance requirement. So in that ways, rural women empowerment has been a core initiative in order to have accessibility of cleaner and then efficient use. And then at the cooking side, where women is the main key drivers, because we are almost 100% women driven, we had this initiative of clean cooking stoves, which is not only induction, which is the most efficient one technology, but it is also IoT meter, Internet of Things meter based, which is a step towards digitalization. So how do we empower rural women in this case? So with this IoT meter, what we are doing is more cooking usage turns into more energy savings or consumption. Then we leverage this energy consumption into carbon financing. So in a way, the women cook more, then we have more energy saving from this energy efficient cook stoves, and then we leverage through carbon financing. So in a way, this entire national rollout of the clean cooking stove from this pilot distribution, it all depends on how much women enable the cooking technology and broader adoption of the cooking technology. But then their role doesn't remain just to the cooking itself. So induction is fairly an advanced technology in the rural areas. And there is a need for a continuous service of repair and maintenance. So it's not much of a rocket science that needs to be studied in terms of repair and maintenance. So that's where we see a potential of women, rural women, and also that already trained technician to be a part as entrepreneur for taking up those repair and maintenance services, because what we had experienced from the previous renewable energy projects that we had was sometimes the repair and maintenance stores are located very much far away where the accessibility is limited. So having those rural women who are users of energy, efficient users, advocates of energy efficiency, can also be a part of empowering the ecosystem of repair and maintenance. And then there is a past effort of also additionality of biogas plants. So here we see, how we are empowering them to not only have access to clean energy, but then, how efficiently we use the energy in that system. So in a way, women empowerment is much more needed. And then moving a step ahead, we have a concept called prosumer. So where we have, we are going to have solar rooftop panels installed in the households. And then there also we see women empowerment as entrepreneurs to provide operation and maintenance, because the system belongs to them. So whatever they need for their household demand is being consumed, and then the surplus is being sold. So there is livelihood enhancement, additional income generated, and also how women can be in their vicinity providing the operation and maintenance. So in a way that addresses the entire sustainability of the system itself.
Thank you, Dichin. You highlighted about carbon financing as well in the program you're looking at, but the key aspect is women not to be seen as just users, but as entrepreneurs who will build the market around and make the change. And with that, I'll move to Atul Mittal from Sustema Bio. Atul, Sustema, or as a manufacturer, you have been into B2B models. But coming down to a B2C where the margins might be lower and technology access needs to be brought to the last mile delivery. So how do you see under the B2C model, women entrepreneurs looked upon by manufacturers and service providers in the market to bring the reach and build businesses?
Thank you. Hi, I represent a company called Sustema Bio. We are a global biogas plant manufacturer and installer and service provider. In India, biogas, in South Asia, biogas has been for quite a long time. And people have different impressions about how biogas works and what are the benefits, how sustainable and long-term the product is. So through B2B, we were addressing the challenges of building the trust. On the technology front, our company has worked. We have made a prefabricated biogas plant, which gets manufactured in our factory, and it just has to be installed at the farmer's place. There is no cement, no brick, nothing, no structure to be constructed at the farmer's end. So on technology front, we worked very hard. The major work which was to be done was at the farmer's end, at the user end, because the lack of trust was there. The non-willingness of putting up the capital was there. So therefore, we resorted to B2B because we were going through partners who have the trust in the market. The B2C model can be seen as an extension of B2B. So in that term, B2B2C is the right word. We would always try and go to B2C model through an institution. And Sure Sakhi network is one very good example. Now, what we have done is that we have made a product which we give a 10-year warranty, a biogas plant with a 10-year warranty to the farmer. And the trust is being generated by the women entrepreneurs who are the face in their village, in their community. we first convince them through an institution like Sakhi Network. And the Sakhi Network then convinces these women entrepreneurs. And these women entrepreneurs in their village go and speak about the product, speak about the benefits, and then they say that trust me, this is a better technology. And on that basis, the product is being disseminated and promoted. We take care of the product, we take care of the training which has to be given, we take care of the rolling out of incentives so that the whole system is fully lubricated with lots of motivation. Remember, we are a private company. We will only grow, then only we'll survive. So hence, we have to take care of each and every stakeholder. And while doing so, we get so much of support from women entrepreneurs. There will be a lot of stories from Tabassum ma'am and other ladies here about their success. But the crux is that we have the product, we need trust, and trust is being now forwarded by these women entrepreneur workers. The similar experiments and similar models we have rolled out in Bhutan. We are working with Bhutan Ecological Society. We have done a couple of biogas plants there. And 2025, we will be launching a 10,000 unit biogas project there with carbon financing. I just forgot. So we have the product, we have the women entrepreneurs, now needs the financing. So Systema Bio has been the largest carbon financing company in the world for biogas plants. A typical biogas plant, let's say if it is about $425 or 35,000 rupees, we have brought down the cost through carbon financing to about $100 or $150, about 10,000 rupees to 12,000, 14,000 rupees, and the rest is being paid by the carbon financing. So similar models are being rolled out in Bhutan with BES. In Nepal also, since 2021, we have been installing, and with the Nepal Biogas Promotion Association, we are again trying to engage lots of women entrepreneurs to do this. My summary is private companies should work on products. Private companies should work on institutions who have got great women network. And finally, take support of financing means like carbon financing. These three things, when put together, magic starts happening. For us, in the last 4 years, we have installed 1 lakh biogas plants, and full credits goes to the blending of these three models.
No, thank you, Atul. I think you summarized it really well about developing a product and then doing collaboration with institutions who are actually working on the ground, have the grassroots presence to make it at scale. So with this, I'll move to Sameer Patel from Agni Solar. Sameer, you also come from a manufacturer background where you provide services, while Atul talked about Biodigester, your organization is into other clean energy products and sustainable solutions for the rural markets. While the products are available, you work on technologies, but there are certain barriers on reaching to the market and to the rural access. So where do you think the support is required from the solution provider side as well? What kind of programs to be designed? What could be the specific programs on the ground which could help manufacturers to make the reach and help these women to scale the businesses with their energy need to? Yeah.
First of all, namaskar and good afternoon. Thank you for having us here. I am representing Agni Solar. It is one of the oldest solar companies in India, started way back in 1993. We have a bunch of products, specially designed and manufactured for rural communities. To answer your questions, I'll give you 2 specific examples which bring out the issues which we face doing the job which we want to do. Number 1 is obviously money, capital. Although the rural household incomes have been rising, but they're not there yet. They don't have enough disposable income to invest in solar products or any other products which they would want to improve their lifestyles. So that's where NGOs come in. We have partnered with one of the biggest NGOs in the state of Maharashtra, and with their help, we have distributed more than 10,000 home lighting kits. These are very small kits, basic 2-watt bulbs, just about enough to provide 6 to 8 hours of electricity and a couple of mobile charging points to make the life a little bit easier. So apart from providing the capital, these NGOs, they play also a very important role in screening of the end users, making sure that these products are actually going to the people who are actually using it. And after sales, if there is an issue, these NGOs already have a presence in all these very, very distant villages. So they also play an important role in making sure that these products are working even after our sales is done. So that's one challenge which we have faced, and that's how we've, as a business, just to take his point forward, it's not B2C, but it's B2B2C. The second B in our case is an NGO. The second challenge which we've faced is India is a very, very vast country. The distances between villages is huge. I'll give you an example of a project which we are doing with SSP currently. We're installing solar power plants on milk chilling centers. Now there are 50 chilling centers which we have to complete this year, and we've, I think, completed about 15 or so this last month. Because of the distances, so it is logistically impossible to get all the products at different locations. Again, SSP, we have worked with SSP, they've helped us create a hub, sort of a hub and spoke model. They've helped us create a temporary warehouse in one central location, and from where we are able to distribute the product to different locations. So again, NGOs will play an important role not only in providing capital, but after sales or during sales services such as I mentioned.
Yeah. No, thanks. I think it clearly comes from the private sector side that technology is something which is taken care depending on the needs which are on the ground.
Yeah.
Building partnerships and taking it on the ground through the network and building women entrepreneurship through this network is the key. And with that, I'll move to, we call them Sakhis from Swayam Shakshan Prayog, but women entrepreneurs. So we have three eminent panelists with us who actually work on the ground under the Swayam Shakshan Prayog, creating the demand, building skills, and then actually selling these products and building businesses. So before I start, I think I'll move to Tabassum ji first. And Tabassum ji, you will be comfortable in English, so we spoke about it. If you still want to speak in Hindi, please go ahead and I'll try to translate. So you have worked with communities on the ground with women entrepreneurs for more than a decade now. So what opportunities do you see for these innovative clean energy technologies on the ground? And then how does it make differences in life of the people when you work with these women entrepreneurs?
Namaste, and thanks for opportunity to join this forum. मैं थोड़ा हिंदी और इंग्लिश मिक्स करना चाहूँगी. It's a good opportunity for rural community, especially for women, because women are working in their household activities as well farm day from early morning to evening. If we connected these types of energy products to community, they reduce their time for giving another activities like that. They develop her personality, thinking about entrepreneurship, thinking about how to sustain their family, how to convert their lifestyle to from rural to high profile level, that type. So it's a very big opportunity to connect energy product to community, because of in rural area especially, women have problems for cooking part. They using LPG, but not much more time using that product. Mainly they are using traditional system right now, but through traditional systems they face lots of problem regarding to health. So it's like one opportunity to connect them for safe health, one thing. Second thing, they spend much more times. So if they are we connected energy product to them, they save their time and use for another purpose also. Another one thing in rural area, women using LPG cylinders for cooking purpose. If we connected them energy product there, they able to save their time as well, cost of expenses which they spend on LPG. So they save their amounts through that. It's a second opportunity. Then another one, we created another one opportunity for this. This product is connected not only for cooking purpose, but also for agriculture aspect also. Because in rural area, mostly communities' main occupation is agriculture. And right now, farmers majorly focused on chemical farming. So it's connected to converted farmer from chemical to bio farming and organic farming, which is very important now at this stage, because health is very important. And second thing is soil fertility is also important. So it's an another opportunity to connect farmers for using biodigester and energy product also. We connected those products from these opportunities. Another one thing is a major thing there. It's connected to farmer, households, women's like that. But here is an entrepreneurship opportunity, because women are in rural area. We give an opportunity to converted women, household women to entrepreneurship. It's an opportunity to earn some amount from these energy product which they sold in their own villages and outside villages. So it's a multi-purpose opportunity product and solutions, especially for rural area. It's a huge opportunity compared to urban, but rural have a major aspect connected to energy component. So it's a multi things and multi-purpose and multi-benefited product for especially women, because earlier I told women spent more time in agriculture and cooking part. So it's reduced their part, and they spend more times for self-development, how to develop their family, focus on their children's education, and change their lifestyle through these energy products. And also, it's also connected to environmental also, because we are working, everybody working on reduction of carbon from climate. So it's also supported to environmental aspect also, because this product is also reduction carbon emissions from environmental. So it's 4-5 things which connected this energy product. One is economical part, second is empowerment of women, an opportunity of leadership development, entrepreneurship part, develop their households. And another one is economic for saving their expenses on LPGs, and also major important things to converted agriculture from chemical to bio, which is also economical part. And they use these things for agriculture aspects for reduction their cultivation cost also. So it's a good and huge opportunity for energy product solutions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tabassumji. You covered it really well, and you made a very pertinent point that while using clean energy, now women get more time as well to put in thought process for their self-awareness, building their self-capacity, and also a thought leadership on if they can really build businesses around the solutions which are available. So I'll need your help in taking questions from with our other speakers. Kalpana ji. Kalpana ji is from Solapur district, one of the villages called Shivni, and she is one of the micro entrepreneurs out of those 500 which you saw in Upanyu presentation, who is actually working on the ground, and she's now a settled entrepreneur for last 2 years, and she's doing really well. So my question is, and Tabassumji, she'll be speaking in Marathi, and Tabassumji will help us in translating it. So, Kalpana ji, you faced a lot of challenges while looking at how businesses could be developed. But I think there have been a journey where you mitigated all the problems and now you are a successful micro entrepreneur. So maybe you can highlight your journey, what were the challenges and how you are placed at the moment.
हां, सुरुवातीला तर आम्हाला ट्रेनिंग मिळाली SSPकडनं की प्रोडक्टबद्दल आम्हाला पूर्ण माहिती मिळाली आणि मार्केटिंग कसे करायचं हे आम्हाला SSPकडनं कळालं. त्याप्रमाणे आम्ही गावामध्ये गेलो. गावामध्ये जेवढे शेतकऱ्यांकडे 2पेक्षा अधिक गायी आहेत त्यांची लिस्ट केली आणि त्या शेतकऱ्यांना व्हिजिट दिली. पहिल्या व्हिजिटमध्ये तर शेतकरी विश्वास पण ठेवत नाहीत आणि तयार पण होत नाहीत. तर आम्हाला त्यांना समजावून सांगावं लागते हे प्रोडक्ट त्यांच्यासाठी कसं बेनिफिटेड आहे. आणि ह्यापूर्वी जे कॉन्क्रीटने बनवलेले गोबर गॅस होते त्यामध्ये काही लोकांना म्हणावं तसं त्यांना चांगले अनुभव नव्हते. ती आम्हाला अडचण आली. त्याप्रमाणे आम्हाला त्यांना हे समजावून सांगावं लागलं हे प्रोडक्टमध्ये म्हणजे असं बांधकामाचा काय भाग नाही आहे आणि हा प्रोडक्ट कसा चांगला आहे हे आम्हाला त्यांना समजावून सांगावं लागलं. की काही पॉम्पलेट आम्हाला SSPकडनं मिळाले, व्हिडिओ काय मिळाले, आम्ही ते व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुप स्टेटसला आम्ही ते शेअर केले आणि शेतकऱ्यांना सांगितलं की पहिलं तर LPGवरचा तुमचा जो खर्च आहे तो कमी होणार आहे, त्यात तुमची बचत होणार आहे आणि ही स्लरी जी निघते बायोगॅसमधून ती त्यांना ऑर्गॅनिक फार्मिंगसाठी कशी उपयोगी होणार आहे. त्यामुळे जे केमिकल फर्टिलायझर आहेत त्यांना जास्त प्रमाणात वापरावं लागणार नाहीत, त्याच्यावरचा खर्चही त्यांचा कमी होणार आहे आणि जो चूल जी वापरती त्याच्यातनं जो धूर येतो त्या धुरामुळे त्यांच्या घरातील लोकांच्या पण आरोग्यावर परिणाम होतो आणि जे वातावरणामध्ये पण प्रदूषण होतं ते आम्ही सांगितलं की हे प्रोडक्ट वापरल्यामुळे तुमची शेती ऑर्गॅनिक होण्यासाठी तर फायदेशीर आहेच. त्यामुळे तुमचं जे हवेचं प्रदूषण पण कमी होणार आहे, आपलं पाणी प्रदूषण आणि त्यांची जमीन हेल्दी होणार आहे. जे स्लरीमधून जे मायक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट त्यांच्या जमिनीला मिळणार आहेत ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी आम्हाला परत त्यांना सांगाव्या लागल्या की त्यांना फॉलोअपमध्ये आम्ही घेतलं आणि त्याप्रमाणे शेवटी ते तयार झाले.
Maybe you can translate a bit, yeah.
She said it's not the easiest way to adopting these technologies in a rural area. Earlier there are a number of biogas which is constructed in their own villages and surrounding villages also, but result are not much more good regarding to maintenance part. So community are not easily trust them about this biodigester and biogas product. She faced lots of problem, but when she attend different kinds of training like that, how to communicate this product to community and what is the product, what's the advantages and what's the benefit in terms of cash, direct and indirect in both phases. She after that training she meet families one and one, few conducted meetings with women's and men also, because women's it's product connected to women but decision maker is a man. So she tried to convey both men and women in each family and what's the benefits regarding to LPG, against how to save, how to connect their slurry to biofarming, like that. She explained and she explained these things to families, but slowly community adopted these technologies. Initially 1 and 2 it started, but after that installation of those products, then she had organized exposure visits for community, how to operate and how to do, how to save those things, like that. And 1 to 3 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 20, like that. She installed 50 plus biodigester in her own village and also support to other sakhis who are working in other areas, how to develop community connected to this product. So she struggled major things in her own, but right now she is able to connect this biodigester to community easily for training aspects, her experience like that.
Thank you, Tabassumji. Maybe a round of applause for Jayashree. 50 bar registers in last 2 years. That's a wonderful achievement. I think a lot more to go.
Sorry, I forget it. She is not using traditionally promotion materials. She also used digital technologies, social media she is used. She is creating a WhatsApp and sent messages, videos and pamphlets which we prepared for promotions. So they are using different things for promotion aspect. So community easily connect them for social media also.
प्रमोशन व्हॅन पण गावात फिरत होती, त्याचा पण खूप चांगला फायदा झाला.
Initially, we used another one methodology for promotion. Promotion van is moving in villages for promotion aspect. So not only social media and technologies, but also vehicles is also supported for promotion of those things. So she easily connected this product to community. When right now she is satisfied to reach much more communities, and they are happy to adopting these technologies for converting bio farming and save their amount on LPG.
Thank you. In the interest of time, I'll move to Jayashree ji. Jayashree ji is also from Shivne village in Solapur, and she is one of the users, the end users who actually purchased a biodigester from these women and is now using on a routine basis since more than a year now. So Jayashree ji, question to you is, one convinced you to buy a biodigester first of all? From traditional LPG and shifting to biodigester might have been challenging because of the understanding and awareness of the product. So how was your journey and what benefits do you see?
सर्वांना माझा नमस्कार. मी सिस्टीमा बायो गॅस घेतला आहे. पहिल्यांदा मला खूप म्हणजे घरी अडचणी येत होत्या. एक वेळेस माझ्या घरी असं झालं की पाहुणे आले आणि माझ्या घरी LPG गॅस सिलेंडर होता आणि इंडक्शन पण होता आणि चूल पण होती. पण असं एक दिवस असे माझ्या आयुष्यात घटना घडली की त्या दिवशी गॅस संपला होता, शनिवार होता आणि रविवारी आमच्याकडे सुट्टी असते त्यामुळे गॅस भेटत नाही आणि इंडक्शनची लाईट गेलेली होती आणि पावसाचे दिवस होते त्या दिवशी त्यावेळेस आणि चूल पण आणि लाकडं पण म्हणजे सगळे ही झाले भिजले आमचे. त्यामुळं पाहुण्यांना मला चहा करायला खूप अडचण आली. त्यावेळेस मला बाहेरून चहा मागवावा लागला आणि ते पाहुण्यांना द्यावा लागला. त्यावेळेस मग मला एक विचार आला की मला ह्याच्यावर काहीतरी वेगळा काहीतरी पर्याय काढावा लागेल. म्हणून मला अशाच एक सखी आल्या माझ्याकडे आणि त्यांनी मला मग सांगितलं की या सिस्टीमा बायो आहे, असा असा तुमच्यासाठी फायदा आहे, घ्या म्हणून. मग तो मी घेतला. आमच्या गावात मी पहिल्यांदा 36,000ला गावात मी पहिली व्यक्ती आहे की मी 36,000ला गॅस घेतला आहे तो आणि तो मी घरी सध्या वापरत आहे आणि त्या गॅसपासून मला खूप चांगला फायदा झालेला आहे. मला वर्षाचे 12,000 रुपये तर गॅसचेच वाचले माझे सगळे आणि त्यापासून जी स्लरी निघते आहे ती स्लरी मी माझ्या शेतात घालते. मी सध्या शेवग्याच्या शेंगा लावलेल्या आहेत. 1.25 एकर शेती आहे मला आणि त्याच्यात मी 1,000 शेवग्याच्या शेंगाची झाडं आहेत आणि त्यांना मी एका झाडाला 2 लिटर असं ह्याप्रमाणे मी स्लरी घातली तर त्यापासून मला खूप चांगला फायदा झाला. पहिल्या वर्षी मी घातले नव्हते तर मला त्याचा काही फायदा झाला नव्हता आणि स्लरी घातल्यापासून मला त्याचा चांगला म्हणजे खूप चांगल्या प्रकारे फायदा झालेला आहे. आणि मी जी स्लरी उरलेली असती त्यापासून मी गांडूळ खत वर्मी बेड लावते आणि ते पण शेतात घालते आणि त्याच्यापासून पण चांगला शेवग्याला फायदा व्हायला लागला आहे. आणि बायोगॅस घेतल्यापासून माझ्या घरात सिलेंडर अजिबात नाही, तो बाहेरच काढून ठेवलेला आहे. सध्या त्याचा वापर नाही माझ्याकडे सिलेंडरचा आणि खूप छान मला अनुभव आला. म्हणजे चांगलं वाटायला लागलं की मला की आता मला गॅस कधी संपेल याची टेन्शनच राहत नाही. पहिलं कसं अर्धा स्वयंपाक आम्हाला गॅसवर करावा लागायचा आणि अर्धा चुलीवर करावा लागायचा, पण आता तसं नाही. ही सिस्टीमा बायोगॅस घेतल्यापासून पूर्ण स्वयंपाक आम्ही गॅसवरच करतो आणि वास पण त्याचा छान येत नाही, असा चांगला वास पण येत नाही आणि स्फोटाचं भ्या नाही. सिलेंडर घरात होता त्यावेळेस आम्हाला स्फोटाचं भीती राहायची सारखं, की बाबा रेग्युलेटर चालू आहे नाही याचं भीती राहायची. पण आता ह्या गॅस घेतल्यापासून आम्हाला त्याचा काही म्हणजे टेन्शनच नाही. आणि सिस्टीम बायोगॅस घेतल्यापासून सकाळी फक्त एक अर्धा तास टाईम लागतो त्याला शेण आणि पाणी कालवायला. त्यानंतर मग दिवसभर पूर्ण गॅस चांगला चालतो दिवसभर. माझ्या घरी 5 माणसाचं कुटुंब आहे आणि ते पूर्णपणे आम्ही त्याच्यावर स्वयंपाक करून खातो. कधी पाणी पण गरम पाणी पण करतो त्याच्यावर, तरी पण गॅस संपत नाही. मी सिस्टीमा 6 घेतलेला आहे आणि म्हणजे मला खूप आनंद आहे. आणि माझ्यामुळं मी गावातल्या माझा गॅस बघून गावातल्या सुद्धा लोकांना मी गॅस विकला आहे. तो गावातल्या लोकांना पण ते आवडायला लागलं. मला यायचे विचारायचे की बाबा ही गॅस कुठून घेतला आहे, काय घेतला आहे. तर त्यांना माझा घेतलेला गॅस खूप आवडला आणि म्हणून त्यांना मी आपल्या गाव लेवलला पण मी 18 गॅस केलेले आहेत आणि त्यातून पण मला चांगला फायदा मिळालेला आहे. आणि 36,000चा गॅस घेतला त्यावेळेस मला मग शासनाकडून सबसिडी पण मिळालेली आहे 15,000 रुपये. त्यामुळं मी सध्या बायोगॅस सिस्टीमा बायोगॅस आणि SSPची खूप आभारी आहे की त्यांनी मला हा गॅस घेऊन दिल्याबद्दल. थँक्यू.
One incident in her life, when in rainy season, few guests came in her house. That time, especially in rural area, where is arranging tea, food like that. But she not able to did that because of LPG cylinder not working due to finished gas. Second thing, she used induction also, but due to electricity cutting off, so she not able to made a tea for her guest. That time she feel very bad because guests are coming and she not doing anything for them. It's an incident and turning point in her life to adopting this product. Earlier she not able to think about this product, but after that incident she thought we have this type of product. It's in her house. It's मतलब कि थोड़ा क्या बोलेंगे उसको कि मदद होगा कि बाकी चीज़ों के लिए. So she during that Sakhi is moving villages for promotion of biodigester and this product. She heard from her and she convey her family to adopt this biodigester, and after some days she able to install this biodigester in her own house. It's an incident. After that she agreed to adopt this, so it's a turning point. Second thing, she is saying she is very happy because of 4-5 things are profitable there. One is she spent less time for cooking through this biodigester. Earlier she spent much more time for cooking part because of she is using LPG. It's less time and traditional chulha, so she spent more time there. But she is satisfied right now for adopting this to save their time, and she spent more time in their own farm also. It's a one benefited. Second, she is saying she had agriculture, and she had 1 acre land for her. She cultivated drumstick in their farm, and for that mainly fertilizer is major component to spend much amount for agriculture inputs. Through biogas slurry, she connected slurry to their drumsticks as a fertilizer. So she able to reduce their cultivation cost also, and slowly improve the soil fertility through this using bio slurry. And she is saying earlier when she cultivated drumstick, but not much more amounts by selling because it's a chemical farming. When they connected this bio slurry to farm, so it's able to generate income more compared to chemical farming. It's a second benefit for her for using this biodigester. And she say another one things, slurry which is used for farming purpose, and solid waste also not also used for converting into biofertilizer. So it's a double benefited of this product is solid and liquid, both things are using in their own farms. And she is a change maker in her village. Everyone is learn from her what is a benefit, how to operating, how is safe against LPG, how to save their life and house like that. So multiple villages and for their villages farmers meet her and understanding about this overall product and adopting these technologies. She able to connect 18 farmers for adopting these product in their own villages. She is not a customer but also role play of a entrepreneur in her village. Finally, she thanks to SSP and Systema Bio for this product, given her opportunity to save their timing and spend more time for agriculture and their household activities and their families also.
Thank you, thank you. So, round of applause for both Jayashree ji and Kalpana ji for making down from Shivni to this platform today. And this is one of those case stories, but there are multiple of those. So as we initially started with, there is a Swayam Shikshan Prayog stall also outside. You may visit that and learn more about the journey. But last but not least, in the interest of time, maybe Avik, I would go to you. So Avik, you have multi-decade of experience of working on impact assessments of specific projects related to JC, and also working on the ground with women entrepreneurs on what this impact has brought as an overall ecosystem in terms of private sector, women entrepreneurs, technology providers, and also in terms of the consumers as well. So maybe if you can highlight that. Yeah.
Thank you, Atul. Yeah, so I'm Avik and I'm representing Re-Emerging World with a knowledge partner of Swayam Shikshan Prayog in this project. So Atul, I will not really talk really about the carbon savings and the benefits because that's quite obvious. Just what I would like to highlight, the impact, the human impact which is happening on the ground, that why we need to create a space for a purpose-driven, high-quality private sector partners because there is a latent demand in the rural areas. If we don't create through these programs access to the rural markets for these purpose-driven companies, we will see that, and we are seeing that this market is going to get filled up with not so good quality products, which in turn will ensure that the consumers and the customers lose the trust on the energy efficient products. We have seen that it is happening in Africa during the solar lamps at the early stages where cheap imports were completely destroying this category. So, so that's very important that we want, we have to bring in the right kind of partners in this project, and the impact is quite palpable as we can see that how the last mile distribution is happening just because of the partners who are present on the ground. So that is on the private sector. Then I would quickly, touch upon the customers. Right now, the typical, and these things will change in the energy access situation in India, and especially so in cooking, we see that the cost of cooking is going up when we're using liquefied petroleum gas. And right now, the consumers didn't have too much of option, right? Because the subsidy is going up. But when you introduce newer, innovative, clean energy products like a biodigesters, again, you are giving back the power to the consumers. They now again have a choice to choose from a portfolio of fuel options, thereby reducing their overall expenses for, for cooking, whether it's lighting and all that. So again, the biggest impact which I see is creating that choice. Again, giving the power back to the consumers and not get stuck with one particular solution. So that's on the, I would say, the high level big impact which I see in terms of the consumers. And then for the finally, I'm talking about entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs who are really doing the heavy lifting, is that how they have been evolving in their entrepreneurship journey. Earlier, clean energy products was, mostly confined through an energy-efficient solar lamps, which was a low-ticket item. But as we see in their entrepreneurship journey, they are becoming much more mature entrepreneurs. They are selling big-ticket items, which is the actual price go up to $400. Okay, the carbon financing can bring it to $150, but that's the confidence which they're getting. B, they are not managing now only transactions of handing over a bulb or a solar lamp. They are managing the entire process of site selection or being a part of it to installation, which can take a month. So what I see is that we are improving this kind of projects, is improving the pool and the quality of the women entrepreneurs in the rural, remote villages, which we cannot think about in Maharashtra and Bihar. So I think there are multiple other impacts, which we talked about how their social standings and all are going up, the respect which they're earning. But I think these are the three new points which I just wanted to bring in this discussion.
No, thank you, Avik. Thank you, Avik. I think why we learnt about from Umesh ji, Madam Fizna and Echin about the programs which from the government sides are placed in South Asia, and there might be multiple other programs as well, which actually help scale these programs on the ground. But it's also important on strategies where organizations like Swayam Shikshan Prayog develop that on-ground network and building that workforce and bringing them up in terms of getting the awareness, technical capacity, and helping them being on the ground to deliver the last mile. But you rightly highlighted all these best aspects are important, and I think this is a collective approach. We need to work together, hand in hand, to develop opportunities and then give opportunities and scale opportunities. So that's where we are, and we'll close for the panel discussion for today. But thank you to all the panelists, and a round of applause for all the panelists for today. Yeah. So we need to have some group photos. Okay. Okay. So there's a group photo. Maybe if we can have one. Yeah. Aaron, please. Apurva, please join us.
Thank you to all our panelists. So we heard about clean cooking in Bhutan, and we also heard about further advancement of women in Maldives through this initiative. And also we heard about some very moving stories from SSP. And now we come to the close of the session. Let me invite Ms. Tatiana Marshall. No, I didn't. So yeah, she is the Vice President of Energy Division within RTI's International Development Group. And in this role, she manages the portfolio of energy projects across more than 60 countries in Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, Europe, Latin America, and the Pacific. Over to you, Tatiana. Yeah.
Just real quick, I realize I'm standing between you and lunch, and it's been a fairly long session. So to me, today's panel, I would like to thank all the panelists. It truly represented what you said is called locally led development. It's when it's led by the local organization as SSP, and it truly, pardon my pun, but it takes a village. It really takes a village and all the partners to have such successful results. And based on what I've heard today, so really there were 5 key reasons why it was a very successful project. First of all, it was great collaboration between various partners, private sector, donors, USAID, NGOs and others. Then strong partnership, effective communication and outreach, building trust with consumers, local communities, entrepreneurs, and reducing financial barriers, reducing the cost through innovative carbon financing, and finally, addressing demand and supply side, right? So being very, very creative, identifying early adopters of those technologies, the demand side, and then figuring out the supply side, working through women entrepreneurs. So to me, it's truly a remarkable example of locally led development, incredible partnership that absolutely can be scaled across India, other states, and also something that I personally will take with me and think about this model and how it can be implemented in many other countries in the world to benefit women as end users and women as entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tatiana. And as we come to the close, we look forward to more collaboration, more such initiatives for empowering women and others as well. So thank you everyone, all the speakers, panelists for joining us. Please, you could proceed to Short Coffee Shop for lunch now. Thank you. Okay, so I would request Apurva, if you could please hand over the token of thanks to everyone, all the speakers.